Inland Sports.
They are the back-to-back-to-back Citrus Belt League champions of the world. Redlands girls volleyball. Yes, we got Coach Flowers. We got three of her star players as well. And Coach Corinne Flowers, first off, I was kind of looking at, at Max Preps. I know you've been at Redlands for a while. But there was something about the team, like coming out of COVID. Like you guys just, I don't know if you start coaching differently or all that time at home, you were plotting all these great plays. But what the last couple of years since, 2022 to this point, what has been the key to your success with the program, would you say?
I think coming out of COVID, we had Julia Tolstova, who was a sophomore, and she was just a really heavy hitter for us.
That helps, right?
Yeah. And I think when you get some really good players, then other players want to come to your school. And so we've been pretty fortunate to have some players transfer from other schools. Cam came from Cajon, and along with her came Gianna. Last year we had Sanaya, also came from Cajon, and Debbie came from Rev. So we've had some pretty good transfers come and people move into our area that we haven't anticipated. So that's been very helpful.
Well, the CBL is absolutely tough. I mean, you guys obviously already know that. I know you guys are coming off a 5-set thriller against Beaumont. Actually, the second 5-set battle you've had with Beaumont. I know they're having a great season too. What do you think it says about your team when you go up against another really good opponent and it goes to a 5th set, but you guys find a way to win?
I think with volleyball, it's when you play people who are so close, rotations can be stronger. And so it's really trying to find the right lineup to start in. Me and my assistant aren't afraid to start in different rotations, depending on who we play. And I think that's something that my assistant has made me stronger at, saying, okay, we're going to start in row 2 so we can have these people matched up with these people. I was a little concerned in this 5-set match. We looked a little down after set 3, and then we started off slow in set 4. And, we just had to make some subs and take some risks, and it paid off. And we all just played really well as a team. Our bench was on fire, and our crowd was great.
Well, Coach, let me go to some of your players, then I'll circle back to you. But let me start with Natallia Caravia. Natallia, I think you're on my screen right, but on the left-hand side, depending on which way you're looking at it. But Natallia, as a senior for Redlands High School, what were the goals maybe going into the season? Was it another CBL title? It'd be a 4-peat if you guys can do it this year. And, CIF, make a run there. What were some of the goals you had for this team?
Yeah, it was kind of difficult because, we lost some of, important players last year, but it was important, especially in the beginning of the season, to make sure that we have good chemistry, and then again get another CBL title, and then try to go as far as we can in CIF.
So as a senior, you said you lost some good players from last year's team. Did you see your role maybe change a little bit, being a senior and being one of the more experienced players?
Yeah, I also knew because seeing other seniors from previous years, how they had to step up and be a leader and and then also them as a player kind of have to work harder to be an important player on the team. So I think that kind of influenced me to do that as well.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point, Natallia. Let me ask you this. So, watching the players that came before you when you were, an underclassman, the way they practice, the way they play, the way they just kind of handle their business. Do you feel like in a way that just even the way you act, you're, showing the younger Terriers hey, this is what it means to play at Redlands. This is what you need to do if you want to be successful and play for Coach Flowers.
Yeah, I think my first year on varsity, I was very, very timid and as a player and even a person. And I think honestly, I think some of the people on the team who came, for example, Cam and Gianna, this year, one of our freshman middles, Gia, I think everyone combined, I think the chemistry helped, and it also helped, especially this year and last year, to kind of bring me out, and not just me, as other people as well. So I think that helped with our chemistry, volleyball wise, because we connected all better. We we're more like outspoken and we're just louder, like on the court and at practice and just in general with each other. So.
Yeah, that's important. Chemistry, communication, all that stuff is very important in volleyball. Good stuff, Natallia. Let me go to Ava Reyes now. I'm just going in line on my list. And Ava, I know we can't crown a Citrus Belt League champion quite yet, but you guys are pretty darn close. I mean, those were 2 big wins against Beaumont that you've had in CBL play so far. To get the 4-peat, to win a league championship this year, what do you think it would mean to you guys, especially the seniors, to continue that legacy of great Redlands teams?
I think it will be a good thing for our team because hasn't Rev, they've only done it once, right?
They've done it twice.
So it's not a common thing in the Citrus Belt League for teams to go on a 4-peat. I think 3-peat's rare, and then 4-peat at that is even more rare. So I think it would mean a lot to the team and to myself especially, and all seniors, because I've been on the team since I was a freshman. So that means every single year, if we get it this year, I would have got a title. So I think it means, especially to seniors and myself, it means just a little more. It's a little more important.
Yeah, why stop now, right? You want to be a senior and win another league championship. There's not a lot of players that can say that. They've won a league championship every single year that they put on that Redlands uniform. So, Ava, take me back to that Beaumont victory you guys had last week. I mean, those Beaumont battles are classic now. I know they've had a pretty good run, too. They've had some good teams and good players go through their program. But to win in 5 sets twice against Beaumont this year, but the last one last week, what do you think was the difference in that final frame?
I think it was 4 set and we were down a little, like a lot in the beginning of the match. And I just remember we just stepped up our defense. I think that's one thing that really frustrates them. Even the players told me after that we had really good defense. So they would hit the crap out of the ball and we would just keep digging it and then we would find a way to score. And I think defense definitely stepped up and probably won the game. And I think our energy on the bench, the court, and all the players, I think that really helped us too. It gave us more power to fight. So,
do you feel like this team just doesn't give up? Like, where do you think that comes from? Like, hey, we might be down, but we're not going to stop fighting. We're going to keep battling here.
I just think we all want it, and I think that's all it really takes. Is even if it takes to the 4th set, the middle when we're losing, we still realize that we do want it, and we're going to pick it up and we do it and we win.
All right, good stuff, Ava. Let me go to Kameryn Carpenter now. And Kameryn, you're a junior. You're the baby of the group, at least in this interview. Cam, let me ask you about this team. I know there's still, Coach, maybe like 3 league games left. I think there's a tournament somewhere still on your schedule too before CIF. But Kameryn, what would you like to see this team improve somewhere? Give me something where you're like, hey, we're pretty good in this area, but if we could just be a little bit better, we're gonna really click and get ready for a playoff run.
I feel like we're consistent in like a lot of the aspects, but maybe like running like different plays and like trying to catch our opponents off guard, and, like just throw different like things together.
Well, Cam, let me ask you. So the next couple of weeks, how do you stay locked in, if I can use that term? How do you stay locked in and focused? I know you win these battles with Beaumont. You still got a couple league matches to go before you can officially win another league title and get to the playoffs. How do you continue this high level of play and stay locked in so you can make a playoff run?
Well, I feel like what helps us stay locked in is the fact that we're having fun and we want to be there, but also like we know it's still not going to be easy because other teams have nothing to lose and they're just trying to see like if they can beat us, and we're just trying to stop that. So it's still not easy, and it's still like we know people are coming for us, so we're staying locked in.
Well, 3 CBL championships in a row, 2022, 23, 24, and possibly this year as well. What does it mean to you, Cam, to wear a Redlands uniform? Obviously, that's going to carry a lot of weight, having that Terriers, gear on you, and what it means to the local community.
It means a lot because like coming in just like new environment, new school, new everything. It's just like I wanted to like carry that on, and I just like playing with all these people and playing for Wingo and Flowers, and it feels nice to be part of a program that's so successful and like seeing how Flowers and Wingo treat like the alumni. I want them to be like proud of me too when I leave and be like, oh yeah, Kameryn was here, we got a 4-peat this year, so I think that helps and that feels nice.
Awesome. Thank you, Cam. Let me go back to Coach Flowers to wrap things up. And, Coach Redlands, we talk about the long blue line. What is it, 1891? Yeah, 1891. I think volleyball was, what, in the early 70s?
I think so.
Is that
yeah.
right? So, I mean, any way you slice it, tradition runs deep at Redlands High School. Volleyball, just the school in general. You've had this great run the last couple of years. What does it mean to you to bring a winner to Redlands and be playing and beating some really good teams so that you are one of the elite teams in the IE?
It means a lot. I mean, when I took over the volleyball program, I had coached water polo previously for 5 years, and I was going to step back from coaching, and then the volleyball job came open, and I met Heather Wingo, my assistant, and we've been together for 14 years. And, there are days, some years that were pretty rough, and we're like, one day we'll get this, we'll stick it out. And I think it, obviously winning is awesome, but part of having a winning program, it's difficult at times to keep everybody going in the right direction and to keep everybody balanced. And something that I think I've prided myself on with this program is just kind of keeping the chemistry good and understanding that girls, high school girls will sometimes not get along, but we've seen really talented programs kind of not perform as well because they're not moving in the same direction. And I feel like these girls all work hard. They're extremely competitive. I mean, if me or Wingo miss the line call in practice, it's like World War III. That was in, that was out, so, and just kind of keeping the practices competitive so that when we get into those tight situations, they're ready for it. I mean, it's never the same in practice, but, I don't know. It's nice to win. It's fun to see these girls succeed and to build confidence.
And as you as the coach, I mean, you talked about there was some ups and downs, right, in the program. I mean, and some lean years. I mean, yeah. I think there was like a 6-win season, maybe like 6-7 years ago or something like that. Sorry, I had to do it. But really, I think it was like 7 years ago or something like that, 6 wins. Do you appreciate, the teams and the players and just the seasons when things are going really well like they are this year? Do you kind of like step back and you're like, man, it wasn't always like this. I'm going to enjoy this because this is a lot of fun right now.
Yeah. Sometimes like me and Wingo have to remind ourselves like, hey, do you remember when we had 2 wins in league and our goal was just to try to make playoffs? And now, setting and high school sports is up and down. So you never know when it's going to be lean again, and just trying to stay true to like what we're doing as a whole. I mean, we're trying to build assertive, strong young women so that when they go off into the real world, they can take care of themselves, they can feel confident, and knowing that whether we're winning or losing, obviously we want to win. We're very competitive, but our main goal is to make these girls feel supported and confident. And I don't know how long it's going to last. I'm hoping it lasts a lot more years, but like you said, CBL's strong.
Yeah.
You never know. We have 1 high school towns with Yucaipa and Beaumont, and talent comes in, and it can be tough. So
yeah, and with re-leaguing, you never know. Like I've heard all kinds of wild scenarios of teams moving into the CBL. So you're right. You just never know. And Beaumont's booming. Yucaipa's, like you said, a 1-town, 1-school team. And so there are a lot of factors into it.
Yeah.
But Coach, thank you so much for your time. Natallia, Ava, Kameryn, thank you so much as well. Congrats on the season so far. And best of luck the rest of the way. Hopefully it's going to be a 4-peat and a deep CIF run.
That's what we're hoping for.
All right, that's the Redlands volleyball team here on the Inland Sports Show. Inland Sports.